How's it going out there? So I'm just sick of it. I just went to edit this, and let me tell you something. If you're thinking about buying a MacBook or anything Apple, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, they're cool. They're all right. Yeah, they get the job done. But let me tell you something, man. You put a photo on your computer, your phone, and all of a sudden you start clicking on stuff. It's running out of disk space. You only have this much space. It's like, oh, I deleted everything. I have deleted everything. What more do you want from me, Apple? Let me put information on my shit. And then you go through deleting more stuff and you delete what you need. You delete the video, the podcast for this week. And so you're like, man, how many more thousands of dollars do I have to spend to get some quality, just some space to put my stuff? So I don't have to delete everything. Then I have to come in here again and do this again. You better be glad I have notes. And I know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to get into this podcast. It's episode 69. You know, we're still quarantined. And I'm beginning to think that it's never going to be over. We're literally going, you know how history repeats itself? We're about to go back to the caveman style. You know, I'm no politician. You don't come here for your politics and your information, your important stuff. But listen, how long can this last without people working, going outside and doing whatever and living until people start to go crazy? Somebody pulled a drive-by on the Duck Dynasty family. Now that's one family I wouldn't want to pull a drive-by on, because you know, a duck's not too big. That's a small target, and it flies. And you're shooting at that, so if they return fire, you're a big target. If you drive like a Toyota Corolla or something, what would you be driving? You know, I feel like somebody who would pull a drive-by on the Duck Dynasty family would probably drive like maybe a S10, like 95 S10 or something. What's that look like? Rear view mirror missing, you know, gotta hold it up with their hand, you know. All of a sudden, also, why does the S10 have a rear view mirror? It's like you can literally look over your shoulder and see your entire past behind you. Whatever though. DJ Salad, can you get us in whatever? I'm gonna stop saying anything. I'm just gonna roll into the intro from now on. I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of it. Why is this mic so high? I wish I was high. Shit. Give me some crack. 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 milli, about to get silly, fuck it, huh? Fuck it. I need to stop cussing so much. Thank you. You know, doing this podcast and everything is so fun, but man, being your own editor when you have no one else to help you, and then shit just goes away, man. It's just like, come on, Apple. You know, Steve Jobs has passed away, and he still won't give me space on my laptop. It's just insane to me that you could put 3 songs on your phone, and all of a sudden you're running out of space. And that's what's frustrated me, because we live in this world where people have to constantly keep the 6,000 photos they've taken in their life. I don't give a damn about photos, to be honest with you, or past videos or anything. Delete them all. Like when I just recently got a new phone, and I was like, cool, we have to start fresh from day one. Delete all the numbers, delete everything imaginable to this iPhone that's connected to this iPhone. You know what they did? Spent 2 hours transferring all the previous data to my new phone. The whole idea of me getting a new phone was to start over. Now I got the same junk on a new phone. It's like, come on, dog. Don't cut his dick off, man. But whatever. It is what it is. I'm thinking about starting a gang, and I'm gonna call it. I want to join a gang of shapes and call it a gangle, or I guess that's angles. I'm gonna join a gang of angles. Call it a gangle. I want to be an obtuse angle. You know? No? Okay. Man, I'm just ready for this quarantine to be over. Like, I'm so sick of seeing people in the sense of they're just doing nothing. They're just driving around doing nothing. Just being in the way of the essentials out here working. You're just going to be out in the way with your animal. What do they call it? A pet. You got your pet. I understand you want a dog. You want a companion. You want something that can't leave and won't leave because you're scared to be alone. I get it. But damn. The essentials need to be out here working. No, you're just driving around doing nothing. I deliver on a rural route, right? I deliver on a rural route. And let me tell you something. I've been doing this for 2 years? And I have a couple of times. But the amount of people that are out in the country, in the middle of nowhere, driving on gravel roads or walking on gravel roads, in the middle, they're 6 miles away from the closest house. And I'm like, I should be the only one out here. Unless you live in one of these houses and you're going home. I swear, I feel like I'm delivering through the middle of a parade. I'm like, where's all these people coming from? I got people stopping me, asking me for directions to places I don't know. Hey, why don't you go home? Why don't you go home and sit on the couch? That's all you do is Netflix and chill. Oh, but now when you can't be outside, now it's a problem. Now it's a problem. Now you're too good for Netflix. Now you want to get outside in the world and start doing shit because you can't. Isn't that funny how that works? Isn't that funny how when someone says you can't do something, then your mind is like, oh, we can't? It's like being a kid. It's like when your mom says, hey, don't eat all the Starburst. You're like, all right, bet. As soon as you go to bed, Mom, I'm hitting up the cabinet, the pantry, and getting all the Starburst. You know? I'm just ready. I'm just ready for it to get back to normal. And I'm not trying to rush it. I'm no doctor. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I'm saying I'm ready for people to get the fuck out the way. And I know that's selfish of me. You know, I try to be nice. I'm not rude or anything. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. But it's just let's get the fuck out the way. And that goes for me too. I stay my distance. I stay out of the fucking way. You gotta get the fuck out the way, man. That's what pisses me off or gets on my nerves. That's why, like, when I see people I know in public, I don't talk to them. Not because I don't want to, but because I don't want you to feel obligated to talk to me, because I don't want to feel obligated to talk to you. And it's like, hey, what's up? What's good? Let's keep it moving, right? But when we get into all this, let's just talk about our feelings and all this on a personal level, I get it. We can get to that point eventually if we become friends. But if I just see you out in public, get the fuck out the way. And I'm not trying to be mean or rude, you know, or nihilistic or anything like that. But I'm saying we can all get out of each other's way. Because I don't want to be selfish. I don't want to be in people's way. And I'm damn sure I don't want people to be in my way. It's like I went to run 4 miles today. And of course it's a nice day and I got off early. So I was like, I'm going to try to get these miles in so I can go home, do some other things, and then be done with it. So I don't have to think about it. Because if I don't do it, I'll think about it and I'll stay up all night. That's how it goes for me. That's just my personal, how I feel or how I do it. If I don't get it done, I will be up all night. But if I do it, then, you know, rest assured, time to go to bed. But I was like, I'm going to get out here, run these miles. I ran half a mile. I saw probably 45 people out. And I get it. It's a pretty day. I get it. I understand. You're trying to get out. And it's just like, and everybody has dogs. I'm just like, you know what? I'll do it later. I walked back to the office. It was like, forget it. I'll edit the podcast. Then the podcast is deleted. Sometimes I just want to choke a bitch. Oh, man. But, so, as far as running, sorry you had to listen to me rant for 9 minutes, whatever. So as far as running, so last week I noticed I said I was at 70. This week, Monday the 27th, I am at 100. I hit the 100-mile marker. And, now I definitely can't stop running for right now. And if the world ever opens up, I'll be able to add in the gym again. But I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna run until I'm just not even gonna worry about lifting until till the YMCA opens up. I'm just gonna keep running. I'm gonna get my Forrest Gump on. I'm thinking about what am I want to do? Oh, I want to do a video on this documentary I watched about Bigfoot, right? Or a Bigfoot believer. Because if you know me, you know I don't necessarily care if Bigfoot's real or not. Fuck him. You know, he don't want to hang out? Fuck him. Get him out of here. I don't care about him. But I like the people who believe in Bigfoot. Yo, chill. See, I'm so sick of it. I like the people who believe in Bigfoot. So I found this guy, Lonnie Clark. He's part of this KBRO, this organization called KBRO. It's a Kentucky Bigfoot Research Organization. And I was interested. I was like, cool. I watched this 46-minute documentary about KBRO, Kentucky Bigfoot Research Organization. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to get Lonnie Clark on the podcast. I'm going to reach out to him. I Google his name. Turns out he went to prison. He did some time. And I can't have that on the podcast. Not because he went to prison, but because he went to prison for domestic violence. He beat up his mom, dad. He beat up everybody in his family. I'm assuming they lived on a land together or something, or a cul-de-sac maybe. I don't know. You know, I just found out what a cul-de-sac was like 2 years ago. I didn't know it was like a dead end, but it circles around and it's filled with houses around the circle. That's a cul-de-sac. That is, if I was a rapper, you know, my name would be cul-de-sac. Not like cold as a sack, but like cul-de-sac. You know, not cold as a sack. Get that? No. Pause. No. Okay. But cul-de-sac's in the building. I'm back. I'm half black. True that. Yeah. But if I was a rapper, I'd go by cul-de-sac. Well, I wanted to have Lonnie Clark on, but he went to prison, did some time, and let me tell you something. If you're crazy and you go to prison, you do all kinds of time and all that, that's a different story. But if you do all that, then you add in, you also believe in Bigfoot. It's like, hey man, where does it lie? Like, I can't really balance those two because you're really diminishing the other people who believe in Bigfoot, because if now they're like, shit, Lonnie done beat up his family and rammed a police car and went to jail. Now what are they going to say about the rest of it? Oh, it's just going to feed into that Bigfoot believers are crazy. You know? Not all incels hate women, but all women hate incels. Right? And it's just, Lonnie, you can't lash out. You know, I wonder if his family, he's like, hey, Lonnie, it's been 35 years. You said you saw Bigfoot when you were 9. Okay? You said you saw Bigfoot. He hasn't been back. You've had trail cams out there for 35 years. He's not been back. Maybe he was just traveling through, you know. He's trying to get to Vermont or something. Maybe he was just walking past and it was the only Bigfoot in the world. Also, I feel like, why do we just call him Bigfoot? Like, we say Bigfoot as if we only believe that there's one, right? Because when you say is Bigfoot real, it kind of has a connotation that people say that as if it's just one Bigfoot. People don't say, hey, there's big feets running around here. You know? It's like, where's all the big feets in this bitch? And I feel like if Bigfoot had a name, if there's only one, I understand why we can't find it. I could see it being a little difficult to find Bigfoot if it's only one. But if it's multiples of them, and you know what fascinates me about how all the Bigfoot believers talk about how Bigfoot is just so good at escaping people and about not being around people and associating with people. And it's like, you mean to tell me not one human, all the people who hike and ride bicycles in the woods, ride dirt bikes in the woods, you know, I've said bicycles because, you know, like bicycle trails in the woods. I should have went to dirt bike first, but you know, people out riding four-wheelers, you know, side by sides, what are they called, razors and all those things, and not one was able to I got my iPhone right out. I was looking at Snapchat. I was just Snapchat Bigfoot not one. And in the documentary, I saw him putting up trail cams. I was like, let's see the footage. And they always talk about how, he's just very good at eluding us. He knows he's out there watching us right now. I saw Bigfoot hanging on my barn like this, and it was just fascinating. He had to be every bit of 8 foot tall. I feel like Yao Ming's just out there in a bear suit, just running around America. Yao Ming's just hung up the basketball jersey and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna really go down this avenue of Bigfoot. I'm a big bitch. I'm not saying that Yao Ming's a bitch. I'm just saying he's a big human. That's how I was using that word. So no diss to Yao Ming. Yao Ming was cool. Him and Tracy McGrady together. Yeah. But man, it's just a whole lot of nothing going around in my life. A whole lot of nothing going around in my life. But I've just been working and working. I haven't seen a other human besides myself and these motherfuckers who drive in the country for no absolute. Where's that Zealous place, ma'am? I don't know. Sir, do you know where the nearest turkey tracks? What? Am I helping you scout? Or what are you glassing? You ever heard that term when people he's out there glassing and he was just looking for some deer? He's glassing. Why do they use that term? I wonder. But I was real fascinated with Lonnie Clark, and he really shut me down. And man, I really, really, really want to start another YouTube channel branched off of this one. And I think I'm gonna call it like What Interests TP, What Interests Me TP, or something along those lines. And I think I'm just gonna go through and find these videos, and I don't want to talk about them because I don't really want to react to them, but I want to laugh at them, talk about them, but not really analyze like a reaction channel, but not really. I want to put more emphasis on the comedy of what I'm watching, because the whole idea of a reaction channel is they watch it and then the fans want you to really shut up and just kind of be there watching it. They want to watch the video with you there. Maybe they're doing it because they feel alone, which makes sense. It's like watching mukbangs. It's like, I wonder if mukbangs are popular because people eat. Like if you put a TV out in front of you across the dinner table, you put another TV out there. And you just turn on a mukbang, turn on some Amber Lynn Reed, just eating some pizza and stuff. And you could sit there and eat your pepperoni pizza while she's watching hers. She's just sitting there talking while you're listening. If you're a dude, that sounds like a relationship. You'd be like, I'll just listen to her talk about how good her pizza is and how she's going to lose weight after this. It's just stuff like that just fascinates me. I'm going to do stuff from Bigfoot to Bigfoot, obesity, and I feel like America gets a lot of shit for being obese, but all the documentaries I find are all in the UK. Come on, now. And I like how he's like, I'm 33 stone. I should be 24 stone. It's like, I wish we would use stone, because in the UK, the average human should be like 13 stone, I think it was. Not even sure how much that weighed. But if I was like, hey man, I weigh 13 stone, that sounds a lot better than be like, yeah, I'm 190 pounds. And people are like, fucking fat ass. But if I was like, I'm 13 stone, I like how it's just 13 stone. It's not like there's not 3 digits to it. It's not, I'm 196, 194. 187. It's just 15 stone. I'm like, I'm just 15 stones, dog. I got 5 rocks and I ain't thrown one yet. And I want to do that for sure. I want to start the other podcast. If this damn coronavirus would get its shit together. This coronavirus reminds me of a bad relationship, man. It's like, move on. Nobody wants you around, pal. And it's just like that guy that just won't let go. Won't let go. It's like, hey man, it's time to move on. You really affected a shit ton of people out here shutting the world down. You're living in chaos. You need to get back to order. Go back to where you came from. Go back to Wuhan. China in that lab or whatever the conspiracy. And also, man, with the coronavirus, man, it's so many conflicting things. You don't even know what to believe. It's like one minute you look at an article, it's like it's the coronavirus is way worse than we thought. Then the next one's like it's not really that bad. It's like what is it? Like what the fuck is it? It's like how can you conflict those two? Because it's like well your gas either your gas tank is on empty or full. It can be somewhere in the middle, but it can't be full, empty, full, empty. It's just you got a floating gas tank, man. You know what you do to people when you're just out there spreading stuff like that? But it's all about the clicks. That's what it is, man. It's all about the clicks. And that's what's scary. And whatever. At the end of the day, I'm gonna take me and my gangle. You know, me and my gangle. We're going to go find some shapes, some circles and stuff like that. Stuff that's not an angle. Oh, we're going to pull a drive-by in an S10 without the rear view mirror. You know. Well, it got super quiet just now. But I guess that's it for this week. I'm ready to get this shit rolling. You know what I mean? Kelly rolling in this bitch. I'm sick and tired of sitting around. Well, I'm not really sitting around, but just not enough shit's moving. Alright? So, coronavirus. Can I talk to you for a second? Just me and you, coronavirus. It's just me and you. How you doing, coronavirus? Listen, you've been here a few months. You really put a mark on the world. But hey, it's time to get your shit and get the fuck out. It's time to grow up. It's time to stop lashing out at others. Stop infecting others with your bullshit. So that we can go see our grandparents and our family members and our friends. And I can get the Cracker Barrel. You know? I can go to Cracker Barrel and get that Sunday chicken, dog. And coronavirus, if any of my favorite restaurants close, right? Because of you, Oh, it's going to be your ass. Everybody have a good night. If you're listening to this audio, I hope you made it through the day. And have a good week. Now if I delete this video, I'm gonna be pissed. Also, don't let the door hit you on the way out.